Okay, welcome back to the Winning Formula podcast powered by Ballislife. I'm Bionic Brooks and I'm here with DevintheLab. And today we got a special guest. Welcome Kingston Flemings, a projected lottery pick, Houston freshman, one of the best guards in the country. And a lot is about to change in the next few days. Kingston, welcome, brother.
Yep, thank y'all for having me, for sure.
We're going to go straight into it, man, because how crazy is it in less than a week? You can go from being a college freshman to hearing your name called in the NBA draft.
Yeah, it's wild for sure. I mean, all the work we've put in. I mean, back when I started playing basketball when I was 4 years old, back all the work to now. And I mean, it's definitely surreal. I mean, playing in high school, all the guys I played against in middle school, high school, college, we're all getting drafted on Tuesday or Wednesday. So it's definitely exciting for sure.
Yeah, bro, your life is about to change. And that's I mean, if it wasn't already changing in college, right? It's really about to go for a loop now because your brand, your little mini business, you're
Yes,
a
sir.
business now. And it's gotta feel good for you and the family. Right? What's your family telling you right now?
I mean, the same things. I mean, they're excited for me for sure. But I mean, once I get drafted, it's back to work. I mean, I know what team I'm going to continue to work and get ready for summer league.
When did that become real for you? Like, when did it turn the corner and you're like, yo, I'm really about to go to the NBA, or I'm working to make my way to the NBA?
Um, I mean, I always kind of like, honestly, since sophomore year summer, I kind of knew like I was like I feel like I can be an NBA player. Like after playing some of the top guys, I feel like I can be it. I mean, just playing continuously, playing everywhere I went. I was one of the best kids. I was always competing, being one of the best players. And then went to Houston. I was having a good year, so I knew what it was after that for sure.
I got a follow up though. Like, when did that year of separation come? Right? Like you said, you was walking into gyms and you were dominating the competition, but when did that separation really happen?
Separation for sure. I definitely say after my sophomore year. I think after my
Okay.
sophomore year, like junior year is like really when the separation came. I mean, just in my game, how I saw the court, my body and everything like that. But definitely after sophomore year. So probably like the beginning of junior year. After that, it was wraps.
It's curtains.
So something that I was telling you, I was telling Chris is I play. If you go on YouTube right now and you search up Giannis, uh, he's not getting into a fight with his coach, but they're like really going at it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's something similar with a few other players, and it's the same coach. He was my coach. I played for a crazy coach, and he's now the coach of the Orlando Magic. So and I'm like, I see how your coach is, and I'm wondering like what that experience was like for you, because Chris told us some funny stories.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I always had kind of a hard coach. I mean, my dad was my coach growing up. My high school coach was my coach a lot growing up. So I've always had a direct coach. Didn't really like scare. They all the words they said, they just said them. They didn't think about what they were saying. They just said them. So I was kind of used to. I was used to it already. So going to Coach Sam wasn't too much of a change. But I mean, definitely coaches like that. I mean, you gotta like, they're competitive. They're competitors. So how they talk is just because they want to win. So I mean, there was definitely some days though for sure.
Give me a story, bro. I gotta have it because these are the funniest parts to me.
Let me see. I mean, there was just days in practice. I remember one day I wasn't even playing bad. I was actually playing good. He kicked me off the first team to the second team. I forgot what it was. I think he said maybe like body language or something. And then we were frying the first group. And like so how we do it in practice is like Coach Sam kind of runs the first group and Coach Kell runs the second group. But Coach Kell doesn't like the first group. So it's like white squad and it's red squad. So I went to white squad and we were frying red squad. And then Coach Sam kicked me off white group, off that team to the sideline for one of the team managers to play. So he kicked me off of them. And Coach Kell was saying like that put me back on the court and things like that. And then every time I would try to sub back in, he would just kick me back off and kick me back off. So he didn't even let me practice the whole time. So there was definitely days like that, but I mean he's definitely the coach for me for sure. So I don't regret anything at all.
Well, that's what I
No,
was
that's
about to say.
hilarious.
Like, I prefer playing for people who are just straightforward. Is that a preference for you also?
Yeah, definitely straightforward. I mean, you know exactly what you're gonna get from them, exactly what they want. I mean, they communicate to all their players. Some players aren't gonna like it, but at least what he's looking for. So definitely, I prefer straightforward coaching.
You talked a little bit about your dad, putting the balls in your hands or putting the basketball in your hand and being your coach previously. Who put the basketball in your hand initially? Like what made you get started with basketball at the age of what, 4 years old?
Yeah, I mean, I watched my brother, honestly. I mean, I watched my
Mm.
brother play, and I kind of wanted to just do any sport he played. So I like basketball, did basketball, I did football too. So I definitely say that. And then after that, I just continued to play, and I enjoyed it a lot. So continued to work, and my dad worked with me a lot for it, and now we're here for sure.
If you had to bet like your entire future on one skill that you could just bank on, that's where your money's coming from. What's that skill for you?
I think facilitating, like being a passer. I think for me, I'm the best guard for sure, getting 2 feet in the paint. I'm always going to have 2 feet in the paint, getting downhill and then creating too. I think basketball is about creating advantages. So I think when I attack and I'm making people help, makes it much easier on my teammates. So that's something I definitely bank on.
You mentioned being one of the best guards, right? And your ability to be able to get into the paint and facilitate for others. When we're looking at your high school career, you finished as a top 25 player, and now you're projected as a lottery pick. Does make does that make not being selected as a McDonald's All-American hurt less, or does that still bother you to this day?
It definitely bothers me. I think just because like my sister made McDonald's too, so we both would have made McDonald's. It would have been crazy. But I mean, it was definitely unfortunate not making it. I mean, because you can never go back and change it. So it's like I'll just never be a McDonald's player. So, but I mean, it ended up happening. I just used it going into the next year in college, and continue to work. So yeah.
That was my next question to you. Like following up, you talked about your sister, but also that chip on your shoulder. Was that chip on your shoulder all year at Houston? Were you out to prove something?
Definitely. I think that's kind of just how Houston is. Guys that were under recruited or looking like kind of under recruited a little bit, so they all went there to really go hoop. So going into the year, I just wanted to win. Any
Am
place,
I,
any player I was playing against, any matchup that we had, I wanted to win that matchup. So it was definitely an added motivation, not making that team.
I
Take me
hear that.
back to, we talked about pops, right? Putting the basketball in your hand early. Take me back to, the process. Has it been any times, the ups and downs? Has it been any times you kind of thought about quitting, or, is this always just like straightforward for you?
I mean, I never thought about quitting basketball. I mean, I definitely thought about for me, like especially younger, I would get super mad. So I get I would think about like trying to fight him. I would think about that.
Your pops?
Yeah, I never did. I never did because it wouldn't have ended well for sure. But that's for me. That's more for me. Like I would get like mad. So I never quitting never crossed my mind. Never really has. So definitely just like when people get on me, I just want to kind of like I gotta like a prove you wrong kind of mindset. So like like when Coach Sample say something, I just be like, oh, in my head, I'd be like, all right, bet I'm gonna show you. I do that all the time. So I think Coach Sam kind of knew that, and my dad knew it too. So that's kind of how they pushed me and got me to keep on going.
But on top of that, like I'm looking at the championship, and they always go back to the story of Brunson and his pops. Is that something that you kind of resonate with?
Nah, definitely. I mean, we had some days shooting at the park too. We had days shooting in the gym. I mean, me and my friend Cam, we was there all the time, in the summers at our high school. This is like young too, elementary school. Me and my dad shooting, we had long days running over and over. So I mean, yeah, I definitely resonate with that for sure.
And you talk a lot about having a fire underneath you. And you also mentioned, you like coaches that are direct, straight to the point, don't beat around the bush. What's your personality style like? Like, how are you a leader on the floor? How do you communicate to teammates? How do you communicate to coaches? Are you a straightforward person, or are you like one of those persons that, you hear things, take it in, you reflect, and then you just prove with your actions?
I think it's a mixture. I mean, for me, going into the year, I really wanted to be like a leader by like example, like who I was as a player. Because I think that's kind of how you have to start. I mean, when you kind of start, I think showing who you are as a player, because just naturally, when you're one of the better players, the best players, people look at you.
Yeah.
Sometimes the people aren't really the leaders, but so really, when I first went in there, just wanted to show them I was a player, and then after that, I could be more of a leader, on the court and everything like that. But so for me, it's definitely leading by example. And then just on the court, I see a lot of things. I'm just talking to my team all the time for sure.
Hey man, you're very well spoken. I don't know if you know anything about me, but I talk to and deal with a lot of players like yourself, and I think that a lot of people don't have the media training that you have. Um, and I kind of have two questions for you. Have you ever had that media training, or is this just who you are? Like, did you guys grow up talking in the house? How did you become so like open?
I mean, I think it's just how like we talk, how my parents kind of raised us, how we talk. So I think just naturally, like when I'm just going to talk, this is really just how I talk, really. And I probably did a little bit of media training, maybe. I don't really remember, but I think I've always just kind of been like this, when talking. It just kind of just comes to my head and I just say it. So
Cool. Yeah. So, and then what's been like that process, because media training, being able to talk to people, different things like that. You're talking to coaches now, you're talking to organizations. Like, what's that process been like, and has it been like a little bit nervous when you go into these meetings, or what?
I think that's the main thing. I mean, I think when you start speaking like you're nervous, it kind of shows that like maybe you like don't belong there or something like that. So for me, it's
Mm.
like just speak like you've been there. Speak like you've been there, and then just I mean, you kind of got to know like you're gonna speak different to your parents than you do your friends than you do to colleagues or your boss. You're gonna speak different to different people. So kind of just like knowing where you're at and speaking in that type of way. So I mean, that's just kind of how I was. But yeah, for me, it's just like acting like you've been there, and acting confident in how you speak and just believing everything you say.
You gotta be able to talk. Like, you gotta run a team,
For
like,
sure.
if
Yeah.
you're a point guard, you're in a leadership position, and if you can't communicate with your teammates effectively or know how to talk to certain people, you're not gonna be able to get them to go. I can only imagine that teams are like looking for this type of stuff too.
Hmm.
And we talk about your character, like being a leader. What was been the biggest transition from high school to college basketball? And like, how have you carried those same characteristics?
I think it's just being an everyday guy, being consistent. I mean, in high school, I would have like days I was really good and days I kind of just wasn't there. With Coach Samp, that's not gonna fly. That's why he was on
Mhm.
me early. Being consistent. So you just always got to just stay consistent. That was the main thing. I don't think the game was really too fast for me, anything like that. That kind of was kind of the same. I mean, everyone gets a little more athletic, more like stronger, everything like that. But for me, it's just being consistent and then the mental side of it. You can't dwell on bad days. Can't dwell on your coach saying something to you. Just do what you do and go out there and hoop.
You talked about the pace, right? Pace of the game from high school to college not really being too much of a difference. Do you anticipate from college to the pros the pace being a lot different, or how are you going to adjust to the differences in the league?
Yeah, I think the pace is definitely faster. I mean, every single year people are playing faster and faster. So, I mean, but I think that's how I'm kind of programmed to play. I'm much
Mm.
better at playing faster, getting up and down. So it's gonna be an adjustment. But I mean, coming in as a rookie, so summer league and just playing against those guys is gonna help me integrate into the league for sure.
I kind of, I watched you. I'm on Synergy all the time, so I watch a lot of your better games. But I remember watching one game. I'm not gonna tell you which, because I want to see what you say. But was there a game in particular where you was just like, yeah, there's nobody, they can't do nothing with me. This game, I'm feeling real nice. Like, what game was that?
I gotta say probably tech for
Okay.
sure. Tech, yeah, yeah, tech away.
What was going through your head in that game?
I mean, honestly, we were not defending that game. So like, because we were averaging like teams were scoring like 60 points like on us a game, which is like it was number one in D1 or something like that at the point, and they had like 55 at halftime. So like, I was going and I was like, I mean, I just gotta go, just go get to it. And then early on, I felt it, and I just kind of continued going. I kind of just like anywhere I got to, I felt like it was a good shot, so I continued to do that and ended up having a good game.
I got a couple of questions on that, right? Like, when you're in a mode like that, when you're kind of in a flow state, are you the type of player that talks trash? You talk a little trash while you're playing, or are you more so just let your game speak?
I think it's a mixture. I don't really say a lot, but like I'll do things where like I'll motion to like our players, like say our bench, like say we get scored on. I'll be like, you can't like can't guard,
Oh
you can't
yeah.
guard. I won't really talk directly to the defender. So I'll talk like more to the bench, trying to hype our team up more. But I mean, yeah, I think definitely it's like when you're going like that, kind of you don't really have to say much. Just go, just do what you do.
It shows. It shows. So we talked about the offense and you being able to just dominate in that game against Tech. But when we're looking at the season, who was the toughest defensive assignment that you had this season?
Who I had to guard?
Yeah, who you had to guard?
Definitely Acuff.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a problem. He gets downhill, uses his shoulders well, so he had a good game against us. So if I had to do anyone that I had to guard, definitely Acuff.
Ain't
Hey,
got the
Cub.
real deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The real deal. I think y'all got a good little class, man.
Great class. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to that question, the first one, who is a trash talker that you played against, or maybe on your team?
JoJo on our team talks a little bit. Our big man, he's a defender. He talks a little bit. I think bigs talk a lot more. I feel like low key than guards. Some of the stuff they be saying doesn't make sense, but they talk a lot more. But let me see. I don't know. Not a lot of people are really like talking that much.
Really?
Some people were talking like early in the game, maybe on defense. BYU a little bit on defense. They were talking, I think, when we were in the conference tourney because they had a good first half on us. But no one really talked that much or talked crazy at all.
So, did you grow late?
I did. So I mean, let me see. Freshman year, I was probably 5'10", 5'9", I don't know. And then I periodically grew throughout high school. So.
Okay. Yeah, because that's what normally happens. I mean, I was talking to J-Dub, and he grew late, but he was playing like point guard. He's pass first, so he learned how to facilitate early. So that kind of makes sense. But so now when we get into the draft, like what team did you always see yourself playing for? Now, I'm not saying like I gotta play for this team, but when you was growing up, what team was you into?
Honestly, I didn't really have a team growing up. I was a D Rose fan. So yeah, I was a fan of teams. I was a fan of players really more than teams. So I was always a D Rose fan growing up. I wore number 1. I wore his shoes. So kind of just, I saw how he was playing. Kind of wanted to play the same way.
So now we get back to the draft. What's the workouts been like for you? Because a lot of people have been talking about how competitive that they are. Some people have different experiences. What's that process been like for you as you head into the draft?
Yeah, I had a mixture of a group workout to other players and then a few individuals. But for me, I definitely like the group workouts. I mean, playing guys in college is always competitive. They have us competing in there. We kind of switch our matchups a lot. So, I mean, playing with guys you never played against and just going out there and competing is fun for sure. 3-on-3, 4-on-4, 5-on-5. So I've definitely enjoyed those. I mean, we did a lot of 1-on-1. We did a drill where it was like you're kind of in the middle and it's just a closeout drill. So there's 5 people around the 3-point line. You got to get a stop on each one. So that was a drill we did with one team. That was fun. You got to stop and a rebound. So it's been pretty fun, honestly, all the workouts, and I'm just excited to go. Get ready.
What your ones look like, Kingston?
Ones?
Yeah.
Let me see. I mean, we did ones there. It was to stops. That one was tiring though. Like I think if you get like the wrong person on the last 2. Because your first 3 is tiring. You got to get rebounds too. So we're playing like bigs too. So if you don't you got to get a rebound. So if you get the wrong person on the last 2, you're just in there gassed. So, but it was at the Bulls, and it was a good workout. It was me, Keaton, Marez Johnson, Nate Ament, Houston Mallet, and William Kyle III. So it was good bump in there for sure.
What would you say the part of your game that's underrated?
I think just my IQ, my adaptability. I think you put me with any team, I can adapt to how they want to play. If they say they want to be like heavy 3-point, heavy to the rim, I can do that. If they want to play 3 levels, I can do that. How they defend, I can do all that. I can switch my games to whatever team drafts me and what they want. So I think I'm really adaptable. Honestly, I think I can change my game in a lot of different ways to fit whatever they need.
But how would you like to play?
Me, I want to play fast. I like 3 levels. Honestly, I think the best teams kind of have a 3-level score. You look at the Knicks, Brunson, the only team to beat the Knicks twice. The Hawks, C.J. McCollum was killing in the mid range. You got Shea, OKC, great team, and then even the Spurs. I mean, Dylan Harper was killing. He was getting to the mid range the whole time. So you got all these guys who kind of play in 3 levels. So I think it's important to have a guy like that, but. I like playing fast, getting the ball off the rim and pushing. It's easiest to score in transition. So,
Okay, yeah, I like that. So, we talked a little bit about who you study the most, or who you think your game compares to the most. Are there any other players that like you study or you're watching right now, and modeling your game after?
Yeah, I think it's bits and pieces of a lot of people. I mean, like how Casey Wallace defends. I mean, he's handsy. You know, he's a great defender. You got to look at him, and you got to look at how people play off ball. I mean, for me, I think going to the league, it's a lot more like the ones used to always have the ball in their hand. Now it's more ones go off ball a lot too. So
Mhm.
really, I think it's much easier to score off ball. So learning how to score off catch and shoots, off closeouts is definitely a big part. So I've been watching people off that. So yeah.
Kason is interesting.
That
Me
was a
and
good one.
Davion Mitchell was we did a video about a couple weeks ago, and he sent me some film. Have you noticed how he like his signature still? Have you ever noticed it?
The one where he does the crossover and his hands at the bottom.
His hand, I never could do that the way that he does.
Yeah. So I remember I think I either saw a video or I saw someone talking about like changing up your dribble patterns because some people because he really looks at it like he dribbles and he starts noticing like the dribble patterns. So when the ball's getting low, like he did it to Dylan Harper in one of the games when they were
Mhm.
playing. Like he's waiting for it and he sees the dribble patterns. So as soon as he sees one going down, he's like, all right. And he's fast enough so he reaches down and he get it and he's keep moving. So it's wild.
It's crazy, like the timing on it, because you see, okay, the classic when somebody does a left or right cross, you wait till the crossover is done, then you pick it, or
Pluck it, yeah.
yeah, but like the way he does it's just like it's how you teach defense. But I never thought to see people do it like how he does, like hand in the pass or in the dribble lane and the other one in the passing lane.
Yeah,
Man,
it's wild.
who's that?
It's
So.
wild.
But yeah, no, all right, let me ask you this, because I would love to get on the court with you and have this talk with you. Do you have a signature still? Because I love how you get in the passing lanes and different
Yeah.
things of that sort. What's your signature on defense?
I'm much more of a passing lane guy for sure. Stealing on ball, I used to reach a lot more, but it kind of got me out of like position. So for me, I kind of just stay in front. I'm being aggressive, but I definitely like passing lanes much better. I read what the defender with the point guard is thinking about, and I'm much better. Reading the offense, seeing what the play they're in, and sealing it off ball.
You're a very complete player. You play on both sides of the basketball. And so I want to take it to a very fun question real quick though. If Kingston Flemings had to win one NBA game tomorrow, what 5 current NBA players are you picking?
One NBA game tomorrow. I'm gonna go. Let's see.
That's a fire question.
Great
Yeah,
question.
yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm gonna go. Okay, OG Anunoby at the 3.
Oh,
I'm gonna go
off rip.
Wimby at the 5. I'm gonna go KD at the 4. At the 2, I'm gonna go Dylan Brooks. So we can guard. Dylan Brooks guards. OG Anunoby guards. Obviously, Wimby at the rim. I guard. KD can guard. We got scores. We can shoot. And then we're physical and big too.
I like
Dylan Brooks
that.
6'6", LGMO 6'8", KD's 6'11", and then Wimby at the rim. So yeah, that's my 5.
What
well,
a
I
team.
gotta follow up. Who the first person off the bench though? Who you bringing off the bench?
First person off the bench,
Who
I'm
gonna
gonna
go get a book?
go. Shoot, I'll go. Let me think. Giannis.
Mm.
Yeah, Giannis off the bench is crazy for sure, but Giannis off the bench is crazy. But I'm gonna go Giannis.
All right, man, let's talk some basketball. Let's talk because I like how you think you got a basketball mind. I can already tell. Let's do this. If you were on the San Antonio Spurs in that championship, how would you have gotten another game? Because they was up double digits in all the games. And first of all, was you watching the championship like that?
Yeah. I watched every game.
All right, cool.
So I saw someone they were leading like 75% of the series. It's really just the fourth quarters. I think like in a 29-point loss, Knicks did start coming back, but I think the big thing was Castle without the game. Late games, the refs kind of hold their whistle a little more, so it's harder for Wemby to get in the paint. But Castle's a guy who really gets in the paint a lot. So I think kind of slowing the game down, and they were really relying on a 3. Just continue to get into the paint. Dylan Harper was doing a really good job at that. And I think, honestly, I would have started like when especially fourth quarter, I would have started just sending doubles at Brunson. Like if I could send in doubles, get the ball out of his hand, like, and then deny it when he gets back. Like OG Anunoby beat them. Like Cat was beating them one game, and OG Anunoby was beating them. But if they beat us in a series, that's cool. Like you can't let Brunson beating them in the series. Like that's really what he does. And obviously, I know it's harder than it's harder than just. It's easy to say. It's not easy to do. But I definitely would have sent a lot of like soft traps, kind of how they do with OKC. I think Knicks kind of have like the supporting
Where do
cast
you
of Knicks.
trap him? Where do you trap?
What do you trap them? I mean, they picked them up full court. I think when you cross half, I mean, they brought a lot of little like screens to try to get the switch they wanted. So whenever they did the screen, I would soft trap them right there. Like not crazy trap him like with the pressure, but like soft trap where he just sees two, almost like a zone look, kind of.
Mhm.
Because like Wimby on the backside, you can kind of play that zone. So I mean, I think I definitely would have soft trapped Jalen Brunson a lot, just to like keep it on his mind and make him either start forcing it or just start giving it up and make someone else beat him.
And I'll and Bonnie, I'm gonna let you jump back in. I just have one more question. So I DM Katie. I'm just like, bro, like talking about the whole. He had a comment about small guards, and we just had a little back and forth. I had to ask you this. It's a two-part question. Do you think, based off of, because it's a copycat league, do you think based off of Brunson winning that championship, that people are going to start thinking about, oh, well, let's start taking a look back into small guards like Brunson, IT, and then are there any small guards that we need to look out for in this draft class?
Honestly, I don't think people are going to look at the small guard and kind of copy that. I think Knicks are like, I think Jalen Brunson's kind of an anomaly. Like you can't go and like really look for Jalen Brunson. I think people are still going to kind of try to build their team like OKC, like a team like that. Obviously, it's hard to build like OKC and the Spurs because not everyone gets a Wemby. No one gets a Wemby except for the Spurs. Like, so I think it's definitely going to go more like that. I think the Knicks had a really good match. They matched up really well against the Spurs. I think they would have matched up a lot worse against the Thunder. But I mean, still, I think it's like that. But I just think if you look around the league, there's a lot of still good small guards. Like, I mean, Steph Curry, Tyrese Maxey. Like I said, I mean, De'Aaron Fox, Jalen Brunson.
How tall is Maxey though?
I mean, like he got a long wingspan, but he's like 6'2", 6'3".
Cause he be on that rim. He got low.
Yeah,
Out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's really like, yeah, he gets on the rim for sure. But I mean, like those are quote unquote small guards because they're not 6'6". Like, but I mean, they're still a good. Yeah. That, like what's Jamal Shed shoot with Toronto, small guard. Like there's guys around the league that can play. I think the main thing is wanting to defend. Like it's hard to be just a Brunson type where you just go get buckets like Isaiah Thomas, like how he was. Like you kind of got to have like. You got to really be able to defend so people don't go out and just like punch you on defense.
You have a great basketball mind and insight. You talked a little bit about your IQ, watching the game, living the game. Is there any current players that like your favorite players to watch?
Cade Cunningham, he's my favorite player in the NBA, actually. I watched him a lot growing up. Tyrese Maxey, again, those are definitely two of my favorites. So I'd say if I had to do the top two, it would say those two. I would say those two.
And Cade from Texas, ain't he?
Yeah, Texas.
Okay, so that's where you watched him a lot growing up. Is there any aspects of his game that you wanted to implement into your game growing up?
I think how he uses his shoulders. I mean, obviously he's much bigger than I am, but using my speed and using my shoulders to get to pull-ups. I do it all the time. A majority of my pull-ups. Using my shoulders to kind of create space and just enough space to get my shot off. So I definitely use that a lot.
Okay, so we talked about you talked about De'Aaron Fox. Are you connected to him at all?
Yeah, I talked to him a little bit.
Okay, so he struggled a little bit in the finals. I just think that Fox is cold, to be honest with you. I know he gets a lot of flack, but I just look at, I've been watching him throughout his whole career. I think he's cold. He just had a bad break. But what would you have said to him, to get him back on track, to get him going?
It's hard because I mean, people from the outside don't see it, but like everyone's fighting through an injury. Like he had a bad high ankle sprain, and he's playing through it obviously just to go out there and win. But I mean, sometimes people go through slumps. It's basketball at the end of the day. The ball's not gonna fall sometimes. So I think maybe with him, I don't know. I mean, he's been in the league a long time. He kind of knows what it is. I think maybe maybe try to get to the rim a little more. I mean, he kind of settled a lot for some mid ranges. Obviously, it's like his ankle hurt. I know ankle injuries for sure. It's hard to you're not moving the same at all, so it's hard
No
like that.
chance.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so it's crazy, but he's gonna bounce back next year. People are talking. He has a crazy discourse on his name right now, but he's gonna bounce back next year.
Yeah,
Wherever
I
he's
actually
at.
don't like it. I mean, you know, it is what it is. It's just a part of the business, right? Like you're gonna get
Mhm.
crazy fans, especially when playing against New York.
Yeah,
That's just how
definitely.
crazy New York is. But and that kind of led me into my next question is would you like to play for because New York is a lot. And I'm just seeing how much they got around it.
Yeah.
Would you like to play for a big market? Or would you prefer playing more for a small market? Or does it even matter to you? You just trying to hoop?
Yeah, I'm just trying to hoop. I never really thought about it like that, but I mean, there's some small markets where like they still got crazy fans. Like
Mm-hmm.
their fans are still like their fans are crazy. So I mean, I just really want to hoop with a good fan base. I mean, like fans like the Knicks, they're always crazy, and they're gonna when they're rocking with you, they're gonna really rock with you. But when they're not, they're really not gonna rock with you. So I mean, I honestly I just want to go with a good fan base that really like goes there and shows up.
That's fire. What would you say? You talked a little bit about De'Aaron Fox and battling injuries. Have you had any injuries in your career, and what's your mindset? How do you respond when something's bothering you or you're dealing with the ailment like that?
Yeah, it's hard because I mean, as basketball players, like you always want to you get hurt, you always want to play through it. But then you play through it, people don't realize like you're 70% or things like that. So I think it's important to take time off for sure. I mean, you look at the finals. I mean, it's the finals at the end of the day. It's hard to tell someone to just sit out. Like you look at Tyrese Halliburton, KD when he went back. Like it's hard to tell these guys just sit out. I mean, De'Aaron Fox is not just gonna sit out. You can't tell them like that. But in the day, they're putting crazy strain on their body. So I think it's important to take rest, especially after that, just to become more healthy. So I think that's how I take it.
So we was chilling before this, but now you're in the hot seat. You ready? All right, let's get it. Who's the GOAT?
LeBron.
Oh, he was so quick with it.
Quick, but he was ready
He
for
wasn't
that.
even old enough to watch
ready.
Jordan.
Okay.
Why is LeBron the GOAT?
I'll be honest. Like I can't. It's hard for me, and I feel like other people in my age. Like if you're some of my age and you say Jordan, like did you even watch him for real? Like I'll be honest. I haven't really watched Jordan a lot, so it's hard for me to say someone I have never watched. But with LeBron, I mean, I know how I am as a player and how I play. 23 years is ridiculous, and the level he's been at every single year, like, and I think I like players that really just completely control the game in all facets. Like LeBron can take over passing, take over on defense, take over scoring. Like I think, and then like how you fit around I think it's just how LeBron fits around his teammates. I think he just makes great teammates and all his teammates better. So I think just watching him, like his dominance on this, like on the level he's been at for this long, and I mean just and then some of the teams he's brought to the playoffs, like early in his year, some of the teams he was bringing, like I don't think a lot of people could even name something like 4 players on some of those teams. Like I think it's just, I mean things like that. So I think that's why he's my GOAT.
Bonnie,
Okay.
give him one.
Okay. I got a good question for you. All right. Between you and your sister, them battles growing up had to be crazy. Who won more games growing up?
Okay, I won more. I won all the games, but I won all the games. But she's still a hooper for sure. I was never one to just like lollygag and let her win. I'm gonna go hard every single time. So, but nah, she's a hooper. She just got a gold medal. So yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're proud of her for sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
we got a chance.
Oh,
Yeah, we just got a chance to meet her at the All-American game out in San Diego. So yeah, she's a baller for real, a bucket. Yeah. She can really shoot.
Yeah, she can.
So we know a little bit about you now. We know that you like to think basketball. This will tell me more about you than almost anything. What type of music you playing?
Yes. What's on the playlist right now?
Pre-game, Cole, J. Cole. Okay. Yeah, Jermaine. I do
good guy. We got a good guy.
Yeah, Jermaine. Before games, it's always Jermaine. Jermaine Cole. Yeah, definitely. He's my GOAT. He's my GOAT.
Give me one more.
Drake, Lil Wayne. I like Lil Wayne. I like Lil Wayne too.
Drake or Kendrick? Who won?
Who won?
Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer.
Stay away from
All
that.
right, so you like Drake. We good now. Let's see. Are you familiar with the 1v1 scene at all?
I am. I do watch it a little bit. I don't watch it religiously, but I do watch it for sure.
Who's a player that you was watching like, oh, he kind of nice?
Rob, I think Cologne.
Yep. Yeah.
Nah, he's like of the guys that I'm watching like play, he'd be the one I'd struggle with the absolute most if we were playing. Like dudes that shoot that far out, like he literally shoots from anywhere on the court. Like, it's ridiculous for sure. But I mean, nah, a lot of them are tough. Like to be honest, in my opinion, I think you can be a basketball player and be a much better basketball player than you are a 1v1 player.
Mm.
So I think sometimes when people just put and automatically think some NBA players will beat the one-on-one players, like they do this, like the one-on-one is their thing. So you can be a better basketball player because you know more about 5-on-5, and sometimes you can just be a great one-on-one player. So I think it's hard when people say it, but no, I definitely watch it for sure.
Hey, listen, I don't care what they say about you. You all right with me?
Yeah, you good with us. You good with us. For real.
You all right with me? Go ahead, Bionic.
Man, so you talked about the 1v1 space right now. Who will win in the NBA if we started a 1v1 league tomorrow?
Ooh.
Come on.
Let me think.
Who got the deepest bag?
Honestly, I think the person with the deepest bag wouldn't win. Like I don't think Kyrie would win the one-on-one. I think it would be.
Don't tell him that though. Don't tell him that.
I think it would be. I think it would be a scoring wing. It would be a scoring wing because it's hard to match up sometimes. You know, physicality. It's long. Like you got to be in shape for sure. So let me think. If it was a,
are we thinking like a Kawhi? Like, who we talking about?
I do feel like Kawhi doesn't have a crazy bag, but in a one-on-one, the Kawhi is not a bad answer. I actually like Kawhi. Like you gotta, because it's two sides. You gotta defend a lot of positions. You gotta defend, and then you gotta go score, and you gotta be able to score at different levels. So I do like Kawhi actually. I mean, the easy pick is like a KD.
Okay.
KD is an easy pick, but I actually like Kawhi for sure.
Okay.
Brandon Ingram's another one. Brandon Ingram, I feel like will be good.
Based off of what I saw, those are good answers. Based off what I saw this past season, I might go Bam Adebayo.
Hey, you saw Beasley was saying that Bam was a problem, but yeah, for sure, 83. It's Wilt and Bam. So yeah,
yeah, no, that's dope though. I'm actually happy that you tapped in. We got like 4 minutes with you, man. First of all, I really appreciate the time that you've given us. Bionic and I, we always ask this question, man. And I think this is important for all the viewers, not just kids, but people, right? What is the winning formula? Because you're achieving something right now that not a lot of people have ever done. So what was your winning formula for making it to this point in your career?
I think it's honestly, obviously putting the work in, but I think it's recognizing your own like weaknesses and kind of making them strengths, you know, really going to work on that, you know, not just like, and kind of having a plan behind it too. You got to go. Some people go to the gym for 3 hours and they're doing something, but you go in the gym for 45 to an hour and you know exactly what you're working on. That's really important growing up. But I think, and then just playing a lot of basketball. I think people kind of got away from that. I think for me, like how I see the court facilitating, just because I played a lot of basketball, you know, in practices, you know, 5-on-5. So it's one-on-one is one thing for sure, learning like that, but learning on a 5-on-5 scale and playing, because I think playing is the most important thing. So I'd say that.
Yeah, that's good being intentional, right? I think one of the biggest things with being intentional is like your mindset, because it can manifest different things into your life. So when we talk about manifestation, you're looking forward into your rookie year. What's one goal for your rookie season?
Definitely making an all-rookie team and then making the playoffs for those two. I mean, 2 of those teams. I mean, playoffs, whether it's playing and get in or straight playoffs. But yeah, all-rookie team and then playoffs. Once I get to the team, I'll kind of make more like personal and specific goals. But yeah.
Okay. And that's good, because 10 years from now, what do you want people to say Kingston Flemings when they say your name? What do you want them to say about you?
I think just respect behind it, really. I mean, like you say D Rose around the league, there's not gonna be one guy that says a bad thing about D Rose. Like not one guy. So I mean, obviously a winner, and then just respect around the league and just known as a killer, a great player. So that's definitely how I want my name to be remembered.
I guess this is the last thing that I want to remember. Who if you could play anybody one-on-one, who would you play right now in the NBA?
In the NBA, one-on-one, Maxey. If I could, yeah.
Ooh. Hey, Maxey is cold, man. I like
Maxey's
Maxey.
nice. Maxey's. I was actually, me and my dad, I think we're at the game when he broke the Texas State points in a game record.
Dang.
I forgot how many he scored. I think it was something in the 40s. But me and my dad were at that game.
That's cold.
That was crazy, wasn't it?
I think he scored like 46 or something. That's 8-minute quarters, so that's 32 minutes.
Yeah, college, that's nuts.
Yeah, it's wild.
All right, my last question for you is, what's one thing people don't know about Kingston Flemings yet?
One thing they don't know about me, I'll say it again. I think adaptability. I mean, you see me with a certain type of team because I haven't been on a lot of teams. You know, I kind of stay loyal to the teams I'm on. But you put me on a lot of different teams. Any team, if I was on any team across the country, you know, in college basketball, I would have been effective in any way I was playing. So that definitely that.
Oh man, I'm out in LA. I'm out in LA. If ever you get a chance, stop by to the lab, and you know, I would love to just further this conversation and get on the court and just talk some like specifics though, man. I think that what you're doing and what you do, you have a lot of information. And I think that would be great for the next generation. And you know, I was already a fan, but you definitely made more of a fan of me, and I'm gonna be rooting for you for the rest of your career, bro. So good luck, great luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Same here. It's been a pleasure getting to know you. This conversation has been amazing. And, you know, Kingston, we appreciate you pulling up on us. This is the Winning Formula podcast powered by Ballislife, where culture, competition, and mindset meet at the highest level. I'm Bionic Brooks, and on behalf of DevintheLab, we'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace.